my name is Mars. You can call me May or MG if you would like, and if you're watching this video on the day that it's coming out, happy St. Patrick's Day, and if you're not, then happy belated St. Patrick's Day. Regardless, I figured that this would be the perfect time to do the St. Patrick's Day book tag since the holiday is falling on my usual upload day, and I will link the original video down in the description for you to check out. There are 8 questions, and they all are St. Patrick's Day themed, and you pick a book to answer, and so that's what I've done, and I'm going to talk about those books with you here. So let's just get into the first question. So the first question is your favorite green colored book, and for that I have gone with Graceling by Kristin Cashore. It's not like super green, it's really just the edges and then the whole middle's yellow, but it's fine. I don't actually have a ton of green books. They're all like a little bit green, or like the spine is green and then the cover's a different color. The spine on this actually is very green and then the back is not. But this is what I've gone with. This is one of the greenest books that I have, and it is a favorite from my childhood. I really love this book. I love this series. It's so good. The next question is your favorite St. Patrick's Day themed book, and I don't really have a St. Patrick's Day themed book, so I figured I would just go with an Irish author for this. And I have a couple of Irish authors on my shelf, but I've decided to go with Oscar Wilde because he's one of my favorites. This is The Picture of Dorian Gray. It's a very, I'm not a fan of this cover. We'll just say that. I don't really like this cover, but it's the one that I have. I really like this book, and yeah, Oscar Wilde, an Irish author. Question 3 is corned beef and cabbage, which actually is one of my favorite meals. I love it, it's so good. But the prompt for this one is a book that made you hungry, and I am definitely going with The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. The descriptions of food in The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings are just so good, and I always end up going to get a snack while I read these because it just makes me so hungry. Question 4 is a 4-leaf clover, and the prompt is a book or bookish item that was a rare or lucky find, and I'm going to go with A Series of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. I have been thrifting these books for a couple of years now, and I am just picking them up whenever I see them. I haven't gone out of my way to find them. It's just whenever I see what I'm missing, obviously I buy it, and I have all of them except for the 9th one now, so I'm this close to completing my collection of the series, but yeah, I feel like I find them fairly regularly. To find 12 of them, since there's 13 total and I'm missing one, over the past couple of years, I've definitely had some lucky finds with them. Question 5 is Irish Whiskey, which is a book that is so bad you need to drink to get over it, and I don't have anything to hold up for you because I got rid of my copy, and the book is The Atlas Six by Olive Blake. I just did not like this book at all. I bought it and then I read it and I'm like, wow, no thank you, so I immediately returned it, and it's just not my thing. It's not great. Question 6 is Irish Dancing, a book so good that it makes you want to get up and dance in joy. And to no one's surprise, if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, I'm going with The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones. This is my favorite book of all time. It's absolutely fantastic, and I am very, very excited to reread it. I read it for the first time in 2021. Yeah, September 2021, and then I reread it this past September 2022. I'm going to read it again this upcoming September, and I'm actually going to annotate it, and it's just going to be such a great time. I adore this book, and I think everyone should read it. Question 7 is Ireland, and that is a book that made you want to travel to a different country, or did make you travel to a different country, and for this I'm going with Reckless by Cornelia Funk. This takes place in a different world, but it's like the fantasy version of our world. It's very clearly meant to be like a mirror image of this. This is part of the, I think it's just called the Reckless series now, but it was originally called the Mirror World series because it starts off in our world and then you use a mirror to travel to the other world, and it's very similar, but it primarily takes place in fantasy Germany, or maybe fantasy Austria, a combination of the two, but it's just so good, and I actually did travel to Germany, and it wasn't because of this book, but I definitely did bring this book to read while I was there, and it was a good time. And the last question is question 8, the pub, a meeting place in a book that you would like to go to. And for that, I'm going with The Ranger's Gathering from Ranger's Apprentice by John Flanagan. I don't have a dust jacket for this book. This is the first one, The Ruins of Gorlan. And in this, the Rangers are like the secret service of the kingdom, Araluen, and the Rangers Gathering is a yearly meeting where all of the Rangers get together, and it just seems like such a wonderful time, and everyone is like full of camaraderie, and all of the apprentices get to like meet each other and practice together, and then they have like their graduation ceremony for the apprentices that are becoming full-fledged Rangers. It just seems like such a happy time, and I would love to go. So that is all for me for this tag. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone!